Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Way to Physics. I am Sandhya and now in this series we are doing today 2014 question paper, right? So let's start part 1 in which as usual we are doing first 15 questions, right? Okay, so let's start. Question 1. The unit vector perpendicular to the surface at a point 111 is. Now you know that let surface be phi, then it will be x square plus y square plus z square minus 3 equals to 0, right? And we know that unit vector perpendicular to surface, say n cap, which is del phi divided by magnitude of del phi at 111. Okay, now further let's say del phi, this will be twice of x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap, and 3 is constant, so it will be 0, right? Now this at 111, then it will be twice I cap plus j cap plus k cap, right? So by putting values here, this will be twice I cap plus j cap plus k cap under root 2 square plus 2 square plus 2 square. Now that comes out to be 4 plus 4, 8 plus 4, that is 12. So that 12 comes out to be, which is 4 root 3, right? So it will be 2 root 2 I plus j plus k divided by 2 root 3. That means we have the unit vector is what? That is I plus j plus k divided by root 3. Okay, so this is the answer that matches the D option. Okay, now next one. Which one of the following quantities is invariant under Lorentz transformation? Charge density, charge, current and electric field. See, these all are different in other directions, right? So charge is what? Charge is only invariant here. Okay, now next one. The number of normal Zeeman splitting components of 1p to 1d transition. Now see, it is given that 1p to 1d. Here is what? Let S1 be 2 S1 plus 1 given to us, which is equals to that is plus 1 is equals to 1, right? And this side also. So that means S1 is also 0 and S2 is also 0, right? And L1 is what? That is 0, 1 here, SPD. For S it will be 0, but for P it will be 1, right? And for this it will be 2, right? Now you know that J is what? That is L plus S, L minus S to L plus S. So it will be minus 1, 2, 0 and 1, right? And J2 will be minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 and 2, right? So according to this, the transitions are further these are the states, and this is the states of P as well, which is minus 1, 0, 1 and then minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, right? All are equispacing. This is for 1D and this is for 1P. Okay, now this is ML, right? This is J1 is what? That is only 1 here because of mod, right? That is, let's say this S minus 1 to L1 plus 1. That is mod is always comes out to be 1 and it will comes out to be 2. Okay, but MJ is what? That is minus 1 0, 1, and mj is what? -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, right? And according to selection rule, transitions only occur for -1, 0, 1. See, this can be 2 to 1, yes, 1 to 0, and 0 to -1, right? Now further, from 1 to 0, and then 0 to, yes, from 1 to 0 and 1 to 1 also, right? So 1 2, because of 0 plus -1, but 0 can't be here, right? So 1 is can be possible here in situation this. Now this will be here, which is this, and further -1. Okay, so total lines will be 0 to, okay, just hold on, let me draw it. Okay, further 1 2, 1 will also be there, 0 to 0, and further then, right? So total will be 9, but delta mj is what? Delta ml, sorry, delta ml is what? That is 0 to ±1, right? So there is only 3 components only for normal Zeeman effect, right? Next question. If the half-life of an elementary particle moving with speed 0.9 c in the laboratory frame is this, then the proper half-life is, okay? Now as you know that half-life, according to this, it will be in the relation, let it be tau lab, then it will be equal to, which is further tau proper into gamma, right? This is the relation. So further relating gamma, it will be, that is tau proper upon root 1 minus v square by c square, right? So it will be, that is into this. Now tau proper lab is what given to us, which is further 5 into 10 raised to power minus 8 under root 1 minus 0.9 whole square c square divided by c square, which is this. Then upon solving this, it comes out to be approximately 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 8 seconds. Okay, so answer is what? That is 2.18. Now further, next question. An unpolarized light wave is incident from air on glass surface at Brewster's angle, the angle between reflected and refracted wave. Now you know that Brewster angle is what? That is tan inverse mu2 by mu1, right? Now if unpolarized light is this, it is known that theta is what? 90 degree between reflected and refracted, right? So it will be our answer that matches the C option. Now for the next, two masses M and 3M are attached to the two ends of massless spring with the force constant K. If M is given and K is given, then natural angular frequency of oscillation. Now you know that for angular frequency of oscillation is what? Omega root K by mu, or sir the K by M. But two masses is given here, then it will be M into 3M upon M plus 3M, which comes out to be 3M square upon 4M, that is 3M by 4. So upon putting these values here, that is 0.3 divided by 3 into 100 divided by 4, right? So upon cancelling it will be this. Now further it will be 2. It comes out to be in such way that, okay, 1000 Newton per meter and 100 gram. So it will be, that is 10 raised to power minus 3, which gets cancelled out, that is 2 is only the answer here. Okay, omega, for omega. Now we have to find natural angular frequency. So this will be nu equals to, this is in radian per second, right? And we have asked in hertz. Okay, so don't get confused. Now hertz is what? That is omega upon 2 pi, which is 2 upon 2 pi, that is 1 by pi, which comes out to be 0.32 hertz. Okay, so this is the answer, 0.32 hertz. Now 7th question. The electric field of uniform plane wave propagating in a dielectric non-conducting medium is given by, that is given to us as 10 cos 6 pi into 10 raised to power minus 7 t minus 0.4 pi z. Okay. Now further compared with electric field, we know that it is what? That is x cap E naught cos omega t minus k z. That is omega is what? 6 pi into 10 raised to power minus 7, and k is what? That is 0.4 pi, right? Phase velocity is what? Simply omega by k. So by putting values here, 10 raised to power minus 7 divided by 0.4 pi, that is into 10, then it will be 3 by 2, which is 1.5. So it is 1.5 into 10 raised to power minus 6. Okay, this will be phase velocity. Okay, sorry, 10 raised to power plus 7 is given there. So that is, now see देखो into 10 raised to power 8 given है ना, तो इसके accordingly देखो 7 plus ये 8 भी बन जाएगा, that is 1.5 is our answer. Okay, now 8th question. The matrix is ऑर्थोगोनल, सिमेट्रिक, एंटी सिमेट्रिक, यूनिटरी. अब देखो ऑर्थोगोनल में क्या होता है, ये हमने पहले भी किया था ना. ऑर्थोगोनल में हमारे पास मैट्रिक्स, इनको ऐसे बोल सकते हो, तो ब्रैकेट वेक्टर में है ना, ठीक है. मैट्रिक्स हमारी ऑर्थोगोनल कब होगी? जब हमारे पास ए ट्रांसपोज इक्वल्स टू आई. ओके, और सिमेट्रिक कब होगी? when A is equals to A transpose. और एंटी सिमेट्रिक, A ट्रांसपोज है ना, एंटी सिमेट्रिक when A is equals to minus of A transpose. ठीक है, और यूनिटरी that will be A dagger equals to I. ठीक है. अब देखो ट्रांसपोज और डैगर में क्या चेंज होता है? ट्रांसपोज होता है जस्ट रोज एंड कॉलम्स को इंटरचेंज कर दे. तो ये तो एज इट इज है, 1 प्लस आयोटा, ये रो इंटरचेंज हो जाएंगी, ये एज इट इज. ठीक है. अब देखो अगर हम इसका ए और ए ट्रांसपोज करेंगे तो ये हमारा क्या होगा, इसको करके देखना है, ये आई के इक्वल नहीं आएगा. ओके, और ए डैगर देखो, ये मैं कैलकुलेट करना दिखा देती हूँ. ए डैगर हमारे पास क्या आएगा? 1/√3. अब देखो इसमें क्या करते हैं हम, यहाँ पे साइन आपके ऑड वाली साइड्स में पहले ही नेगेटिव लगा दीजिए ताकि कंफ्यूजन ना हो. अब इसके अक्रॉस आप देखिए कितना है आपके पास, -1. देन इसको भी इंटरचेंज करना है. अब ये हम देख रहे हैं 1 2 के लिए, बट लिखना कहाँ पे हमें? 2 1 में. दैट इज -1 1 प्लस आयोटा का माइनस में. ओके, नाउ 2 1 वाला हमें 1 2 में लिखना है, दैट इज 1 माइनस आयोटा, देन इट विल बी माइनस 1 वाला एज इट इज 1। ठीक है, तो ये तो होता है हमारे पास देखो ट्रांसपोज की फॉर्म में। ये हमारे पास, अब इसको फर्दर अगर हम करते हैं देखो तो कैसे आएगा ये, ठीक है, ये हमें क्योंकि कॉन्जुगेट है ना, ये हमें माइनर वाले उसमें निकालते हैं, राइट। ओके सॉरी सॉरी, मैंने ये ट्रांसपोज का कर दिया, सॉरी। देखिए ए में करते हैं हम, ए में आप 1 का करेंगे, दैट इज -1 एज इट इज, ओके, विच इज दिस। नाउ माइनस माइनस ऐसे लिख लिए। अब इसका हम करते हैं तो 1 प्लस आयोटा, ठीक है। ये हमारे पास क्या है, 2 1 का है, बट हमें लिखना कहाँ है, 1 2 में, दैट इज -1 माइनस आयोटा, ठीक है। और फर्दर 1 2 का हम लिखेंगे 1 माइनस आयोटा, दैट इज -1 प्लस आयोटा, ठीक है। और -1 के लिए हम यही लिखेंगे 1, ठीक है। अब ये होता है हमारे पास ए डैगर, ओके। तो अब देखो इसको फर्दर हम निकालते हैं, तो ये सॉल्व करने के बाद हमारे पास आई के इक्वल आएगा, ठीक है। तो इसका मतलब हमारा ये यूनिटरी है, ओके। नाउ सी द रिकॉइल मोमेंटम ऑफ एन एटम इज पी ए। रिकॉइल मोमेंटम मतलब कोई एटम है, ठीक है, वो मूव कर रहा है बट उसका मोमेंटम पी ए गिवन है, व्हेन इट एमिट्स इंफ्रारेड फोटोन एमिट कर रहा है, ओके। और पी बी है, ये कितनी वेवलेंथ एमिट कर रहा है, 1500 नैनोमीटर, ओके। और यहाँ पे पी बी है, जब ये कितनी एमिट कर रहा है, 500 नैनोमीटर, लैम्डा 2 और लैम्डा ए और लैम्डा बी, ओके। अब देखो हमारे पास फोटोन के लिए क्या होता है, E इज इक्वल्स टू एच न्यू, ठीक है। और this will be also further which will be P is equals to H by lambda, right, because it will be HC by lambda, and E also that is P by change in, right. So that will be P is what, that is, let's say this will be HC by lambda and P is what, H by lambda, okay, because P is also H cut K, which will be H 2 pi by lambda into h by 2 pi, h cut is what, then it will be h by lambda, okay. So from this, that is, now P is h by lambda, so that is P is inversely proportional to lambda, right. So if this is situation, then PA by PB can be calculated further, lambda B by lambda A. So by putting values here, 500 nanometer upon 1500 nanometer, that is 1 by 3, which is ratio 1:3, okay. So C option हमारा correct answer. Now 10th question. For a gas under isothermal condition, its pressure P varies with volume this, that is given to us V minus 5/3. The bulk modulus, देखो bulk modulus क्या होता है, इसको हम B से भी डिनोट करते हैं, that is minus del P by del V at constant temperature, ठीक है। और हमारे पास आइसोथर्मल कंप्रेसिटी होता था, ये होता था -1/V dV by dP, ठीक है। तो ये देखो ये वाला हमने किया हुआ है, इससे दो क्वेश्चन हम ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं, एंड थर्ड वन इज बल्क, ओके। नाउ P is given to us, then change del P by del V in terms -5/3 V raised to power -5/3 -1, right. So it will be further can be written as, which is -5/3 V minus 5/3. Now it can be, that is V minus 8/3, right. Or as it is, it can be written as it is, just write it in the form of, you can say that it will be minus 5/3, P is this, and then P by V, okay. Now further put it here, minus del by V, del P by del V, then it will be minus 5P by 3V, okay. So V get cancelled out here, and it will be, that is, plus 3/5P. and P is what? That is minus 5 pi by 3. So that is inversely proportional to 5 by 3 in plus, right? Or you can say that, or further you can say that if this is the situation here, V minus 5 by 3 also, right? Because P is this and dP by dV is this into P by V. Okay, yes. So it as it is also. Now D option is our correct one. Okay, next question. Which one of the following high energy process is allowed by conservation law? Okay, now let's see the reactions. P plus P bar gives L naught. Okay, let's say first it will be charge and then baryon number and lepton number. Charge, baryon number, lepton number. There is no need for lepton number here as it is, right? So just charge is what? That is plus 1, minus 1, 0, 0. Del Q is what? That is 0. So it will be conserved. Now further baryon number. Yes, it is baryon number. It is also baryon number but in reverse, as it is of P, antiparticle of P, and it is also baryon number. It is also baryon number. But delta B is not same here, right? So it will be not equal to 0. Hence it is not conserved. Now reaction B, pi minus plus P gives pi naught plus N, right? Now further charge, that is minus 1 plus 1, 0, 0. Yes, it is stable. Okay, now baryon number. No, it is not baryon number. Yes, it is. No, yes. That is also conserved. Now further, in case for lepton number, there is no lepton number here, but let's say isospin, because this is pions. So pions for isospin is this minus 1 and it is plus 1 by 2. Then it is 0 and this is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 and 1 minus, that will be okay. So it will be conserved as it is. Minus 1 by 2, right, for N. So it is also conserved. That means the B reaction is conserved one. Conserved. Or you can say conservative. Okay. Now further let's check C also. That is this and antineutrino. Now lepton number, it is says that, let's see. Lepton numbers. Then it will be for electrons, it will be plus 1. But for its antiparticle, it will be also plus 1 here because it is not that anti. So it will be not conserved. Okay. Now further mu plus electron plus gamma. Charge is what? Plus 1 conserved here as it is. Okay. Then further lepton number. But lepton number separately, muons and electrons are not say conserved. Okay. Lepton number not conserved. So that means this is also forgotten. Now next question. The length element ds of an arc is given by ds2 2 dx1 2 and dx2 2 root 3 dx1 dx2, right? Situation is given to us this. मैट्रिक्स कैसे आएगा? ठीक है, देखो ये सिचुएशन हमारे पास अब जो गिवन है, नेचुरल जनरल फॉर्म हमारे पास क्या होती है? G11 ds12 plus G22 of ds2, s will be here, square, then G12 dx1 dx2, okay, और twice of G12, राइट? ट्वाइस ऑफ G12, क्योंकि दोनों के सिचुएशंस में हमारा हाफ करते हैं ना मैट्रिक्स फॉर्म में. तो अब देखो इसको हम कंपेयर करते हैं तो मैट्रिक्स फॉर्म में दिस विल बी 2, दिस विल बी 1. अब ये कितना है? √3 और ये तो G12 और G21 कितना आएगा हमारे पास? √3/2. तो ये आपका ऑप्शन नंबर बी करेक्ट होगा. ओके. नाउ फर्दर, the ground state and first excited state wave function of one-dimensional infinite potential well, respectively. When two spin-up electrons are placed in this potential, which one of the following with x1 and x2 denotes position of two electrons correctly represents space part for ground wave function of system? ठीक है. अब देखो बोला है two spin electrons are placed in this potential. ठीक है. अब इलेक्ट्रॉन गिवन है, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, फर्मियंस, ये हमारे क्या होते हैं जहां पे आपका वेव फंक्शन इज एंटी सिमेट्रिक. ओके, सो एंटी सिमेट्रिक होता है. और हमें बोला है यहाँ पे कि आपका वन डायमेंशनल पोटेंशियल में है, ठीक है, टू स्पिन अप इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है, मतलब वो वाला तो हमारा पॉजिटिव में आ जाएगा, है ना. और अब हमारे पास जो स्पिन पार्ट होगा, ठीक है, स्पिन पार्ट और स्पेशल पार्ट होता है. स्पेशल पार्ट, स्पिन पार्ट तो आपका अप है, तो इसका मतलब दोनों में हमारा पॉजिटिव होगा, तो वो हमारा सिमेट्रिक में आएगा. तो इसका मतलब जो हमारे पास स्पेस पार्ट है दैट मस्ट बी एंटी सिमेट्रिक इटसेल्फ. ओके, अगर ये एंटी सिमेट्रिक है, क्योंकि तभी होगा अगर दोनों एंटी सिमेट्रिक हो जाएंगे तो सिमेट्रिक बन जाएगा, बट एक हमारा एंटी सिमेट्रिक होना चाहिए. तो वो देखो कौन सा मैच करेगा. 1 2 नो इट्स नॉट 1 2 1, यस, psi1 x2 sin x2. ओके, तो psi1 x1 psi2 x1, नहीं ये वाला नहीं होगा, x2 वाला होगा ना, ये वाला. ठीक है, दैट इज डी ऑप्शन इज योर करेक्ट ऑप्शन. ओके, देखो इसमें हमारी ये एरर है, x1 के लिए, ये भी x1 के लिए, बट हमारा एक x1 के लिए, एक x2 के लिए. ठीक है, तो ये यहां से हो जाएगा. 14th क्वेश्चन, इफ द वेक्टर पोटेंशियल दिस सेटिस्फाई कूलम्स गॉस. देखो कूलम्स गॉस क्या होता है हमारे पास, दैट इज डाइवर्जेंस ऑफ ए इज इक्वल्स टू 0. अगर ये 0 है दैट मीन्स अल्फा प्लस 2 माइनस 3 इज इक्वल्स टू 0. दैट इज अल्फा आपके पास कितना आएगा, दैट इज इक्वल्स टू 1. ओके, फर्दर लास्ट क्वेश्चन, at a given temperature T, the average energy per particle of non-interacting gas of two-dimensional classic harmonic oscillator. देखो अब हार्मोनिक ऑसिलेटर के लिए हमारे पास हैमिल्टन की इक्वेशन होती है, टू डायमेंशन है, दैट मीन्स px स्क्वायर बाई 2m प्लस py स्क्वायर बाई 2m, और पोटेंशियल एनर्जी हाफ m हाफ k ओमेगा एक्स स्क्वायर लिखते हैं ना हम, या फिर m ही लिख दो इसको, हाफ m ओमेगा स्क्वायर एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस हाफ m ओमेगा स्क्वायर वाई स्क्वायर. ठीक है, और हमारे पास इक्विपार्टीशन थ्योरम क्या कहती है, इसका देखो एक क्वेश्चन हम कर चुके थे पहले भी, है ना. इक्विपार्टीशन थ्योरम क्या कहती है, हर क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन के लिए के बी टी बाई 2 फॉर ईच क्वाड्रेटिक टर्म. राइट, तो देखिए आपके पास कितनी क्वाड्रेटिक टर्म है, ये भी है, ये भी है, ये भी है, और ये भी है. दैट मीन्स 4 kBT by 2. That means it comes out to be twice of kBT. Okay, so this is the answer. I hope आपको समझ आ गया हो. अब देखिए हम नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हम आगे कंटिन्यू करेंगे. ओके, थैंक यू.